you and welcome to Knysna, first of all.
Thank you.
I know you and your wife haven't been here very long. So,
so we've recently moved, and it's a lovely place, very inspirational. I have not experienced so many beautiful people in one place before.
Isn't it?
Really, really cool.
Gee, we can't define you as an artist in any specific way.
Or genre, no.
So, well, you know, you don't do just canvases, you don't do just sculptures, you don't do, how can you, without putting you in a box, how can you describe your art?
The latest is I'm inspired by the concept of biomimicry.
Biomimicry?
It's actually used in engineering at the moment to take the cue from nature for perfect design.
Okay.
Now, I'm personally interested in form and function, and that's what I get from nature. Like this piece, for instance, is inspired partly by this seed pod. And the sun. Biomimicry is, like I said, primary function is to get perfection in engineering.
Which is taken from the perfection of nature.
That's right. But they've used it in many things, like peacock's feathers only have one pigment, and it's brown. And the colors that you think you see, it's not really colors that you see, but it's just the angling of the feathers that creates the perception of color.
Okay, so putting that into the context of your art,
my art.
If you're going to be creating or wanting to replicate that color, for instance, of the peacock, then you will.
I'm not onto color really. Form and function. Form and function is what I now look at when I get out there. The form of this, the function, the perfection of the design. I'll try and use that as inspiration for mimicry.
Okay, and the function of that, in comparison to the function of your art piece, what's the similarity there?
This is form. Okay. This is the form I use. The function is outside, it's the sun.
Okay.
It's going to be a light, so it's a functional piece of art as well. Most of my art up until now is functional art. So like this, I can put this on the table. This is a guitar stand.
Wow.
And it's a hand, and it's got a tail holding it, and it's got two horns. And it's specifically done for my son. I made this for my son. And he's much into the more heavy metal music.
It's perfect.
It's perfect, you see.
Perfect, yeah.
And it's a bit gothic and it's a bit dark, like the music.
Yeah.
So you could say nature has inspired this one. My schooling, my university, if I could call it, was working 12 years in a steel factory. I made steel with this, and I learned my skills there of working with steel. I really love steel. But this, why do I love steel? It's a very friendly medium, very forgiving medium, because you can bend and hammer it and shape it as you want. It takes a lot of effort, and that satisfies the Calvinistic part of me that says that by the sweat of your brow you should earn your bread. So you have to put some effort into it, and it's nice to do that. I really enjoy that.
So I was going to ask you about your medium, your materials. So you've spoken about the steel, but then, how do you gather your materials? What do you do?
Yeah, my materials are recycled. My favorite shop is the scrapyard of Knysna. It's like a supermarket when I walk in. Man, it's like a toy shop. You must go check it sometime. It's really, really great. And the driftwood that I got from you, that's all recycled or from nature. I use rock that I find, pebbles. I don't like buying new stuff to create with. And it's varied. I'll use granite and I'll use glass and copper, old pieces that I take apart and all that. So I feel very strong about the recycle thing.
Okay, alright. No, that's nice. But so, do you get the inspiration from your materials that are gathered? Or do you have an inspired thought before, which...
No.
This is a bit of a philosophical question.
Yeah.
And you are a bit of a philosopher, so...
A philosopher.
What comes first, the chicken or the egg?
They come both. I can't say I get inspired. It's a bit arrogant to think that I used to design, sit there and think, what do I make and do this, but that's very arrogant. I have to give myself over to the material, to the medium, and to the inspiration that I get in the moment. It's in the moment thing. Trying to design it's possible. It's very effortful. and a bit arrogant. You know, I think there's an old recipe that I came upon recently of how to approach life, a project, an art piece, and there's 5 steps. First, humility. You have to experience humility in knowing that you are not the creator, but it is via you. That's important. And then through that you'll have reverence. Reverence goes from that. And from the reverence you'll start getting inspiration. That's where the inspiration comes. The combination of humility and reverence, I will be inspired by both the material and my surrounds, my being amongst the divine, or on the divine, with the divine, all the time driven by it. So then I get inspiration, and then I get reminded of my deeper purpose. That's the 4th step, you know, recognizing the purpose, and then experiencing joy through that. So it's 5 steps. So what I would like to achieve is to inspire a certain feeling, emotion, awareness in the viewer, and be able to relate to it in a way, even if it is depression. I have a piece that you know, the Kelvin piece, yes, that is but ugly. and it's that beauty in the ugliness that I want people to become aware of. When they stand in front of the piece, they must feel it. They must feel this moves me in a certain way.
So then you fulfill that momentary purpose of that other person recognizing that beauty for whatever it might be.
That's right, and whatever it will awaken.
In the eye of the beholder, so that's obviously going to touch them internally.
That's right, and I try to raise awareness through that, awareness of all. So, okay. Through my hands, please, not by my hands.
Right. Gee, thank you so much for letting us come to your studio.
Thank you. Yes.
And for sharing all those lovely ideas with us.
Okay.
And well, enjoy the rest of this creation. Look forward to seeing the end of it.
Yes, you will see it probably next week. There's all kinds of stuff still going to happen in it.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.